Hello everyone, welcome to ScorchYourToys@AnyMoon.com's transformation guide for Bandai's High Metal R VF-2SS toys. Today we're going to start in fighter mode, then we're going to go to Gawalk and end up finally in Battroid mode. So if you've lost your instructions, can't find them, don't want to dig them out, or you're stuck at a particular step, maybe I can help you out. We're going to begin transformation by flipping the toy over. There's this piece right here that tabs into the head. There's a little slot on the head, a little peg on that piece. We're just going to undo that, and then that allows us to bring the backpack up and over. As we get to about this point here, we can go ahead and free up the peg that's on the top there. Keep going. I'm going to bring this backpack open as well. We'll peg in that base plate. We will slide forward this larger plate. But before we go ahead and seat that all, let's go ahead and take our dorsal boosters now, flip those over. We're just gonna pinch them in between the backpack like so. And they should be all the way back there. There you go. So now those are folded over into their Gawalk position. We can bring that flat and bring the backpack down right on top of it. Flipping our toy over, we're going to focus on the arms and the legs now. The arms are tabbed into the legs via this peg that comes out of the leg. So what we're going to do is just bring the leg up and out and then fold that peg in. Same thing on the other side. We're just going to slide the peg free and then bring the leg up a little bit and then close that peg. Let's flip the toy over. The wings are in their forward position for fighter mode. We are going to take them and bring them back. And we'll just kind of angle them a little further back than we need to right now. And what that is doing is creating the clearance for the arms, the shoulders to come up and around. And that's what we'll do next. So let's bring these legs up and out of the way. And then that allows us to grab the shoulder here. And I'm just going to pivot it out and bring it out like so. And once you get it out, you can, of course, swing it around into its proper position. So same thing on the other side, just grab your shoulder here, bring it out, and then do that. Now I have inadvertently unhinged my chest doing this. Just pop that right back together again. So now our arms are in the exterior position, our legs are kind of dangling out and about. So what we want to do is bring them inward here, like so. So you can see they're kind of coming in. And then we got to get our legs in the Gawalk position. So there's this accordion joint that we're going to pull out and get the knee out a little bit. And that's going to allow you to bring that leg into a more traditional Gawalk mode. And of course, we can pull our feet out at this point and open them up. So opening them actually causes them to pull all the way out. And then there you've got your leg in a Gawalk position. Let's just go ahead and repeat on the other side. Okay, so now we've got both legs down in their Gawalk positions. And again, here's what things look like on the interior with those intakes. So we've got this piece going all the way down, and then you pivot it up and in on the exterior to get it where you want it to be. So now you've got your intakes where you want them, you got the legs in the right position. What we got to do next is just bring out our arms, or fists, I should say. So we're just going to apply a little pressure to this exterior point that opens up the little cavity there. And then we want to spin this arm around, or this fist around, I should say. Now they do pop off very easily. As you can see, mine just did. I have yet to shoot a video where they don't pop off. So a little bit annoying, but just find it, pop it back on, and then close up that cavity and repeat on the other side. All right, we're getting pretty close now. We have some couple last steps here. We want to get the wings into their appropriate position, so just bring them back and pivot them like so and angle them out. If your vertical stabilizers have come askew, you want to go ahead and address that. They should look something like this now. And then flipping the toy over, we do have a support piece that slides out on top of the head like so. And if your shoulders are up, you can go ahead and bring those down now, and you are in Gawalk mode. Technically, we haven't quite made it to Gawalk mode yet because we haven't installed the Gawalk specific feet. Now, it does look like, according to the instructions, these are not the same feet on either side. There is a notch, a tab that comes over the top, and that should lead to the exterior. So see how I've got it right there. Find the toe that corresponds to that and install that on the foot. You're going to repeat on the other side. And one thing just to point out while you're trying to come up with that perfect pose, if you extend the leg all the way, you enable a twist. So if you're looking for something a little bit more angled outward, you can achieve that. Your kneecap's going to make things a little tricky, but the option is in there, and you can have a lot of fun playing around with getting just the right pose. Here we have Gawalk mode. We've got the split toes installed. It'll look like this. It'll handle fine. It's a little tough to get everything completely symmetrical. It doesn't really align. There's no locking into the lined up position, but it rewards you by being very well articulated and playable. But we are now ready to move on to Battroid mode. And to do that, we're just going to swap off the feet, the split toe Gawalk foot, and we're going to reinstall the original foot that was in fighter mode and do the same thing on the other side. All right, now looking underneath the toy, we're going to bring this little support cradle that goes over the head back, and we're going to bring the legs up and out of position here. So we're just going to bring them up and out like so. And that actually is going to enable us to bring the entire hinge that everything sits on back. So let's get them out. You can see the head is trapped in between there. We can go ahead and bring that up. It's probably easier just to pull on this. Get your finger underneath and pull up on this piece here and get the entire head up and removed. And then we'll continue on with this big swing bar in the back. We're going to bring that back a little bit. Let's get our wings out. Rotate the legs as you bring everything back. And now when you get to about this point here, you're going to just swing the hip up. And now we can take our legs and put them into a Battroid or fighter mode position, which is a little funky because of that accordion style joint and the knee that's pretty big. But that's how it should look. And then put your foot straight and just do the same thing with your leg on the other side. Your toy should look like this now. We've got the legs kind of out front and everything else very similar to how it was in Gawalk mode. We're going to now bring the head out and through, which is kind of the biggest step of transformation here. So we're going to apply a little pressure down and get that hinge free. And you can see that brings the canopy underneath the heat shield. On the top, we're going to go ahead and unpeg the backpack. Now, if you can't swing your backpack down, you just need to make clearance down here. So get your wings and your vertical stabilizers out of the way. That should let you do it. Once that is down, we can go ahead and apply a little pressure upward on the chest and then remove that trap door there. That's going to give us the clearance we need to collapse the head on the hinge like so and just pivot everything around. Now, obviously, as you do this, you want to be very careful about those head lasers. So the head pivots a lot, so you can just bring it forward like I just did. That helps a lot. And then we're going to just bring our guns up. Again, be careful with these things. They seem very frail. All right, once that is done, you can see we've gotten pretty close in the front there. We're going to turn our attention to the legs. Let's just bring them down, bring that entire swing bar down, and we're going to bring this chest down on top of it. Now, you could use the Battroid adapter that's included to stiffen this up even more. I show you that in the review. I'm just going to use the one metal peg right now that goes into that slot to connect it. And there we go. Now we got these legs. We'll just push those in. And you can see we are now getting close. I'm going to go ahead and get my arms into position just because I am OCD like that. And now obviously we need to focus on the back. Okay, so we're going to start by flipping back that trap door, and then we can pull out this peg here and connect that plate behind it to that peg. Boom. All right, and there you can see now I do not have things properly. This piece needs to come up and in and then over. So now we've got our backpack in position, but we don't have our dorsal boosters where they need to be yet. So we're going to make sure we've got them underneath the backpack, and then we're just going to slide them so they're flat, and then we can slide them up underneath the backpack like so. And then that allows us to take our wings now that everything's out of the way. We can take our wings and bring them down and in, and theoretically that would be it. Now these are gigantic wings, so I've seen most people just cross them over so they're not so evident from behind. Or of course at this point you could swap those out for one of the for the accessory wings that come with the toy. That have much smaller but fixed wings. So there you go. Now you are in Battroid mode. It looks like this. Obviously in Battroid or Gawalk mode you could switch out those integrated hands for the fixed posed hands that are a little bit bigger, more attractive. Check out my full review on anymoon.com, and as always, thanks for watching.